First contact and ultimatum. The quantum sensors detected them first. Three massive vessels emerging from hyperspace just beyond Mars' orbit. Commander Sarah Chen stood in the Strategic Defense Command's underground facility, watching as holographic representations materialized above the central table. While the world above remained unaware, she and her team had been anticipating this moment for decades. Multiple signatures confirmed, Lieutenant Rodriguez reported, his fingers dancing across the haptic interface. Configuration matches Kraxan Empire vessels. 1 Sovereign-class command ship, 2 Ravager-class destroyers. Sarah maintained her composure, though her heart raced. The Kraxan Empire, exactly as their deep space intelligence had predicted. For 15 years, humanity had been intercepting their communications, studying their technology, and preparing for this inevitable encounter. Time to broadcast, she asked, knowing the answer but following protocol. 3 minutes until they're in position for planetary broadcast range, Rodriguez confirmed. Sarah opened a secure channel to the Global Defense Council. This is Commander Chen. First Contact Protocol Omega is now in effect. They're here. Above ground, life continued as normal. People went about their daily routines, unaware that humanity's greatest test was about to begin. The secret that only a few thousand people knew was about to change everything. The Kraxan ships took position, their massive hulls reflecting sunlight like artificial stars. Right on schedule, every screen on Earth flickered to life with the same image. A towering figure with iridescent scales and multiple sets of eyes arranged in a circular pattern. People of Earth, the alien began, its voice translated through advanced algorithms. I am High Commander Vexthor of the Kraxan Empire. Your world has been chosen for integration into our dominion. Resistance is futile and unnecessary. Submit, and you will be granted the privilege of serving a greater purpose. Sarah watched the transmission while her team monitored global reactions. Panic would soon follow, but that had been accounted for. Everything had been accounted for. You have 1 planetary rotation to surrender control of your governments and resources, Vexthor continued. Should you refuse, we will demonstrate the consequences of defiance. Choose wisely. The transmission ended. Within minutes, social media exploded with activity. News channels scrambled to cover the story. Military forces worldwide went on high alert, exactly as they had been trained to do in the public eye. But deep beneath the Rocky Mountains, Sarah initiated the real response. Execute Protocol Nightshade, she ordered. Throughout the solar system, hidden facilities powered up. Quantum computers that had been running simulations for years shifted to combat protocols. Commander, Rodriguez called out, we're detecting scanning beams from their vessels. They're doing a technological assessment. Sarah allowed herself a small smile. Let them see exactly what we want them to see. The Kraxan ships would detect what appeared to be primitive satellite technology, basic space stations, and rudimentary defensive capabilities. They wouldn't see the quantum shield grid hidden in subspace. They wouldn't detect the fleet of ships waiting in dimensional pocket space throughout the solar system. And most importantly, they wouldn't know about Project Oracle. Contact the Council, Sarah ordered. It's time for Phase 2. In a secure chamber 50 levels below, the Global Defense Council assembled. Representatives from every major nation sat around a circular table, their faces illuminated by holographic displays showing the Kraxan vessels. The moment we've prepared for has arrived, Sarah announced to the assembled leaders. Everything we've built in secret, every sacrifice we've made to maintain this deception, it all comes down to the next 24 hours. Council President Amara Okafor stood, her presence commanding attention. Commander Chen, you've led Project Oracle from its inception. What are your recommendations? Sarah activated a holographic display showing Earth's true defensive capabilities. We let them think their intimidation is working. We show fear, confusion, and discord. Meanwhile, we position our assets exactly as planned. When they move to attack, expecting an easy conquest, we show them why humanity should never be underestimated. The council members exchanged glances. They had all been part of this grand deception, diverting resources through shadow programs, maintaining humanity's appearance of technological inferiority, while secretly advancing far beyond their apparent capabilities. And Project Oracle itself? President Okafor asked. Ready for deployment. Sarah confirmed. The quantum entanglement drive is fully operational. Once activated, there will be no turning back. As the council deliberated, Sarah's thoughts drifted to the decades of preparation that had led to this moment. The discovery of the quantum physics breakthrough in 2089 that had changed everything. The decision to keep humanity's true technological advancement hidden, knowing that someday, somewhere, they would face a challenge like this. Now that day had come, and humanity was ready. Very well, President Okafor announced after the vote. Commander Chen, you have full authorization to proceed with all phases of the defense protocol. Show the Kraxan Empire exactly what they've walked into. Sarah nodded, sending the activation codes that would wake humanity's hidden defenders. Throughout the solar system, ships emerged from dimensional storage, crews took their positions, and weapons powered up. The greatest deception in human history was about to be revealed. And the Kraxan Empire had no idea what was coming. Project Oracle revealed. High Commander Vexthor studied the data streams from Earth with growing satisfaction. The primitive species was reacting exactly as expected. Their global communications networks were flooded with panic, their military forces scrambling in disarray, and their leaders calling emergency sessions. It was a familiar dance he had seen on 17 other worlds. Status report, he commanded, his secondary eyes scanning auxiliary displays, while his primary set remained fixed on Earth. Their technological level is consistent with our intelligence, High Commander, his science officer reported. Primitive fusion reactors, basic orbital platforms, and rudimentary plasma weapons. They pose no significant threat. Vexthor's mouth tentacles curled in amusement. Send the second warning message. Let's increase their fear. Deep beneath the Pacific Ocean, in a facility unknown to all but a handful of humans, Dr. Maya Patel watched the Kraxan transmissions with different eyes. Every scan they sent, every communication they broadcast, was being analyzed by quantum computers that had spent years studying Kraxan technology. They're so confident, she mused, speaking to her research partner, Dr. James Chen. They have no idea what they're looking at. James nodded, his hands moving across the holographic interface as he fine-tuned the quantum field generators. The quantum camouflage is working perfectly. They see exactly what we want them to see. Project Oracle had been Maya's life's work. 20 years ago, she had made the breakthrough that changed everything. The discovery that reality itself was far more malleable than anyone had imagined. The quantum manipulation technology she developed didn't just bend space, it bent probability itself. All Oracle nodes are synchronized, James reported. The quantum field is stable across all installations. Maya checked the readings herself. Throughout the solar system, hidden facilities housed Oracle nodes, massive quantum computers linked through entanglement, each capable of altering the very fabric of space-time within its sphere of influence. Together, they formed humanity's greatest achievement and its ultimate defense. Above them, the Kraxan's second message blanketed Earth's communications networks. Vexthor's image appeared again, this time with a demonstration of power. One of their destroyers fired a plasma beam at an abandoned space station, vaporizing it instantly. This is but a fraction of our capability, the alien commander warned. Submit, and such demonstrations will be unnecessary. In the Strategic Defense Command, Commander Chen watched the destruction with calculated indifference. The space station had been placed there specifically for this purpose, filled with outdated technology and carefully crafted debris that would reinforce the Kraxan's assumptions about Earth's capabilities. They're positioning their ships for a show of force, Lieutenant Rodriguez reported. Targeting trajectories suggest they're planning to destroy some minor military installations. Sarah nodded. Right on schedule. Dr. Patel, Are we ready for Phase 3? Maya's voice came through the quantum-encrypted channel. Oracle nodes are at full power. We can deploy the field at your command. Sarah turned to her tactical display, watching as hidden sensors tracked every movement of the Kraxan vessels. Their overconfidence was their weakness. They had conquered so many worlds that they had stopped looking for surprises. All defense grid commanders, this is Chen. She broadcast through the secure network. Prepare for Protocol Shadowfall. Phase 3 begins in 10 minutes. Throughout the solar system, humanity's hidden fleet moved into position. Ships equipped with quantum drives emerged from their dimensional pockets, maintaining their quantum camouflage as they took up strategic positions. In bases on Mars, Europa, and Titan, weapon systems powered up, their existence hidden by technology that the Kraxans couldn't even comprehend. High Commander, the Kraxan science officer suddenly called out, "I'm detecting some unusual quantum fluctuations." Vexthor dismissed the concern with a wave of his upper limb. Local space phenomena. Focus on the targeting solutions. In the underwater facility, Maya watched the final preparations with a mixture of anticipation and concern. The Oracle network was about to be activated at full power for the first time. Theory and simulations said it would work, but the scale of what they were attempting was unprecedented. All nodes reporting ready, James announced. Quantum field integrity at optimal levels. Maya took a deep breath. Commander Chen, Oracle is ready, awaiting your order. Sarah looked at the tactical display one final time. The Kraxan ships had moved exactly where they wanted them. Years of planning, of careful manipulation and preparation, had led to this moment. Dr. Patel, she said calmly, activate Oracle. Show them what humanity is really capable of. Maya pressed her palm to the quantum-secured interface. Throughout the solar system, Oracle nodes pulsed with power. The quantum field that had hidden humanity's true capabilities began to shift, not to reveal what lay beneath, but to change the very nature of space around the Kraxan ships. On the Kraxan command ship, alarms suddenly blared. High Commander, the science officer shouted, all 4 sets of eyes wide with panic. The quantum fluctuations, they're everywhere. Our sensors. This is impossible. Vexthor rose from his command chair as his view of Earth suddenly changed. Where there had been primitive satellites and space stations, advanced defense platforms now shimmered into view. Where their scans had shown basic fusion technology, quantum power signatures now blazed like newborn stars. And in that moment, as humanity's deception fell away, the Kraxan Empire learned a lesson that would reshape the galaxy. Appearances can be deceiving, and underestimating humanity was about to become their greatest mistake. The battle beyond Neptune. The quantum field rippled like a veil being torn away. Where the Kraxan fleet had seen empty space, hundreds of human vessels now shimmered into view. Their sleek hulls gleamed with an otherworldly iridescence, a visual effect of the quantum phase armor that made them nearly invulnerable to conventional weapons. High Commander Vexthor's mandibles clicked rapidly in agitation. Impossible. Their technological level. We've been monitoring them for decades. Multiple vessels detecting targeting locks, his tactical officer announced, fear evident in his multi-tone voice. Their weapons, sir, we can't even classify them. They're using principles our sensors don't understand. In the Strategic Defense Command, Commander Sarah Chen watched the Kraxan ships react to the revelation. All ships, maintain position. Let them make the first move. She turned to her tactical display, where the quantum-linked battlefield provided real-time data from every vessel in Earth's fleet. The human ships were smaller than their Kraxan counterparts, but size had never been the goal. Each vessel carried weapons and defenses based on quantum manipulation technology, capable of affecting space-time itself. They didn't need to match the Kraxans in brute force when they could simply alter the rules of engagement. Enemy vessels powering up weapon systems, Lieutenant Rodriguez reported. They're charging their main plasma cannons. Sarah nodded. Just as expected. Dr. Patel, Initiate quantum field disruption. In her underwater command center, Maya activated the next phase of Project Oracle. The quantum computers hummed as they generated precisely calculated distortions in spacetime around the Kraxan vessels. Field active. Their weapons will fire, but the plasma streams will never reach their targets. The Kraxan ships fired, their massive plasma cannons lighting up space with brilliant purple energy. The beams streaked toward Earth's fleet and vanished, appearing instead as harmless bursts of light millions of kilometers away. What sorcery is this? Vex Thor demanded, slamming his primary appendage against his command chair. Target their closest vessel. Full power to all weapons. Now, Sarah commanded, show them what we can do. Earth's fleet moved with perfect coordination, their quantum drives allowing them to shift partially out of normal spacetime. They didn't so much fly as dance between moments, appearing where the Kraxan's predictive targeting said they couldn't possibly be. The first human ship to fire targeted the smaller Kraxan destroyer. Its quantum lance didn't launch energy or projectiles. It fired a concentrated burst of altered spacetime that passed straight through the destroyer's shields. Where it struck, matter simply ceased to follow normal physical laws. A perfect sphere of the destroyer's hull collapsed in on itself, crushing into a point smaller than an atom. By the eternal void, Vex Thor whispered, watching a quarter of his destroyer implode. What are they? More human ships opened fire, their weapons displaying capabilities that the Kraxan Empire had never encountered. Quantum torpedoes that split their targets across multiple probability states. Temporal charges that aged small sections of hull plating through centuries and seconds. Reality itself seemed to bend to humanity's will. Multiple hull breaches. The Kraxan tactical officer shouted, "Our shields are useless. Their weapons aren't even interacting with them." Sarah watched the battle unfold with careful attention. This wasn't just about winning. It was about sending a message. Every capability they revealed was calculated to demonstrate not just power, but complete technological superiority. "Commander," Maya's voice came through the quantum link. "Oracle is detecting quantum surge buildup in their command ship. They're preparing to activate their dimensional drive." "They're trying to retreat," Sarah concluded. "Time to spring the final trap. Activate the quantum anchor." Throughout the solar system, Oracle nodes pulsed in perfect synchronization. The quantum field they generated didn't just hide Earth's true capabilities. It could also enforce local spacetime conditions. The Kraxan ships suddenly found themselves trapped in a bubble of space where their faster-than-light technology simply couldn't function. "High Commander," the science officer reported, panic evident in his voice. "Dimensional drive is not responding. We're locked in normal space." Vex Thor stood at his command station, all four sets of eyes fixed on the human fleet surrounding his forces. His empire had conquered 17 worlds, and none had offered more than token resistance. But this was beyond anything they had prepared for. "Attention Kraxan vessels," Sarah's voice transmitted on all frequencies. "Your ships are trapped in a quantum anchor field. Your weapons cannot harm us. Your shields cannot stop us. And your faster-than-light capabilities have been neutralized." She paused, letting the situation sink in. "You came to our world expecting to find primitive beings ready for conquest. Instead, you found humanity. We've been watching your empire, learning, preparing, and now we're going to show you exactly why that was a mistake." The human fleet moved closer, their quantum phase armor making them seem to flicker between states of existence. They didn't just surround the Kraxan ships, they demonstrated complete dominance of space itself. "Your empire's expansion ends here," Sarah continued. "The choice is yours. Surrender and face justice for the worlds you've conquered, or test humanity's resolve further. Choose carefully. We've already demonstrated that your understanding of what's possible was insufficient." The enemy within. Deep within the quantum research facility beneath the Pacific, alarms suddenly blared. Dr. Maya Patel's hands flew across the holographic interface as warning signals cascaded across her screens. Something was wrong with Oracle Node 7, and the quantum field protecting Earth flickered for a microsecond. "James, we've got anomalous readings from the Antarctic facility," she called out, her voice tense. The quantum computers were detecting interference patterns that shouldn't exist. The node's quantum signature is destabilizing. In the Strategic Defense Command, Commander Sarah Chen received the alert immediately through their quantum-linked communications. The timing couldn't be worse. The Kraxan fleet remained contained in their quantum anchor field, but Earth's victory was far from secure. "Status report," she demanded, knowing that any weakness in the Oracle network could compromise everything they'd achieved. "Commander," Maya's voice was grim. "Someone's trying to sabotage Node 7 from inside the facility. The quantum signatures, they're not human." Sarah's blood ran cold. They had prepared for many contingencies, but the implications were staggering. If the Kraxans had somehow infiltrated one of their most secure facilities, how many other sleeper agents might be in place? "Lieutenant Rodriguez, dispatch Quantum Security Team Alpha to the Antarctic facility," she ordered. "Dr. Patel, can you contain the breach?" "I'm rerouting power through the backup nodes," Maya responded, her fingers dancing across the interface. "But if they know enough to target specific quantum frequencies, they've had access to our research." High above Earth, the trapped Kraxan vessels suddenly showed increased energy signatures. High Commander Vexthor had received the signal he'd been waiting for. "Begin the dimensional pulse sequence," he ordered. "Our deep cover agents have finally made their move." In the Antarctic facility, Dr. Elena Santos ran through the corridors, her quantum sidearm drawn. As head of security for Node 7, she had noticed subtle discrepancies in the facility's quantum readings over the past week. Now she knew why. "Intruder alert in Sector 5, the facility's AI announced. Quantum signature anomalies detected." Elena reached the quantum core chamber just in time to see two figures working at the main control panel. Their human disguises were failing, their forms flickering between human appearance and their true Kraxan nature as the facility's quantum field destabilized. "Step away from the controls," she commanded, her weapon trained on the infiltrators. The Kraxans turned, their partially revealed alien features twisted in what might have been amusement. "You don't understand what's coming," one of them said in perfect English. "This was never about conquest. We needed to know if you were ready." In Strategic Command, Sarah watched as similar reports began coming in from facilities worldwide. Kraxan agents had been hiding among them, gathering intelligence, waiting for this moment. But ready for what? "Commander," Maya's voice cut through her thoughts, "I'm detecting massive quantum disturbances throughout the solar system. Something's coming through. Something big." Space itself seemed to tear open beyond Neptune's orbit. A dimensional rift appeared, far larger than anything they'd seen the Kraxan ships create. Through it came a vessel that dwarfed even the Kraxan command ship, its hull black as space itself, adorned with symbols that seemed to hurt the eyes when viewed directly. "New quantum signatures detected," Rodriguez reported, his voice shaking. "Sir, they're orders of magnitude more complex than the Kraxan ships." High Commander Vexthor's voice broadcasted across all frequencies, but now it carried none of its former arrogance. "People of Earth, you have proven yourselves far more advanced than we anticipated. Now you face the true test. The precursors have come to judge your worthiness." In the Antarctic facility, Elena kept her weapon trained on the infiltrators as Quantum Security Team Alpha arrived. The Kraxan agents made no move to resist capture. "The Kraxan Empire," one of them explained, "we're not conquerors. We're seekers, testing developing worlds for the precursors. You've passed the first trial by seeing through our deception and defeating our forces, but the real challenge begins now." Sarah processed this revelation as she studied the massive vessel emerging from the rift. Everything they'd accomplished, their carefully planned deception and technological superiority over the Kraxan fleet, it might have all been part of someone else's test. "Dr. Patel," she called out, What's the status of the Oracle network? Quantum field is stable, Maya reported. We've contained the sabotage attempts. But, Commander, the readings we're getting from that ship, it's using quantum technology far beyond even our understanding. Sarah stood at her command station, watching as the massive vessel took position near the trapped Kraxan fleet. Humanity had prepared for decades to face the threats they could see coming. Now they faced something far beyond their calculations. All commands, she broadcast to Earth's hidden fleet, maintain position, but do not engage. We need to understand what we're dealing with. She turned to her tactical display, studying the impossible readings from the new arrival. And someone get me everything we have on these precursors. Something tells me this game just got a lot bigger than we thought. Ascension. The precursor vessel hung in space like a tear in reality itself. Its surface seemed to absorb light rather than reflect it, creating an unsettling void against the star-filled backdrop. Commander Sarah Chen stood at her command station, watching as the quantum readings from the mysterious ship defied every analysis they attempted. The precursor vessel is transmitting, Lieutenant Rodriguez announced, his voice tight with tension. The message came not through conventional channels but directly into the minds of everyone in Earth's defense network. The voice was neither male nor female, neither singular nor plural, but a harmony of consciousness that transcended normal communication. Children of Earth, it began, you have proven yourselves interesting. In her underwater facility, Dr. Maya Patel worked frantically to understand the quantum signatures radiating from the precursor ship. Commander, she reported, their quantum field it's not just bending space-time. They're operating on multiple dimensional planes simultaneously. The precursor voice continued, your deception was elegant, your technology innovative. But now you face a choice that will determine your species' fate. Through quantum-encrypted channels, reports flooded in from the captured Kraxan infiltrators. They spoke of the precursors as guardians of galactic evolution, testing developing civilizations not just for technological advancement, but for something far more important. You hide your true capabilities, the voice observed, not out of fear, but strategy. You advance your understanding not for conquest, but preparation. Yet you stand ready to fight even us. Why? Sarah stepped forward, her mind clear despite the overwhelming presence of the precursor consciousness. Because humanity has learned that advancement without wisdom leads to destruction. We hid our capabilities not to deceive, but to ensure we would be ready when genuine threats emerged. The massive precursor ship pulsed with energy that defied conventional physics. And what of the 17 worlds the Kraxan Empire claimed to conquer? We've already detected their quantum signatures, Maya interjected through the command channel. They're testing grounds, aren't they? Each world showing a different response to apparent conquest. Perceptive, the voice acknowledged. Each civilization faces the same challenge. Most fight openly and fail. Some submit and fail. You chose a different path. In the Antarctic facility, Dr. Elena Santos looked at the captured Kraxan agents, understanding dawning in her eyes. You're not just seekers, you're teachers. The Kraxan infiltrators nodded, their forms now fully revealed. Each species that reaches this level of development faces the same test. The Kraxan Empire itself passed this test 1,000 years ago. Now we serve as the first challenge, helping the precursors identify civilizations ready for the next step. Sarah processed this revelation, her tactical mind seeing the larger pattern. The quantum technology we developed, our strategy of hidden advancement. You were guiding us toward this moment. Partially, the precursor voice responded. We provided the quantum physics breakthrough that started your journey. But how you used it, that was uniquely human. And now you face the ultimate test. The precursor ship's energy field expanded, encompassing both the Kraxan vessels and Earth's fleet. Within this field, reality itself seemed malleable, subject to laws beyond human understanding. Before you, two paths lie open, the voice explained. Join the precursor initiative as you are, becoming part of our grand design for galactic evolution. Or, Sarah prompted, though she suspected she knew the answer. Or prove you are ready for even more. Show us that humanity's greatest strength is not in the weapons you've built or the deceptions you've crafted, but in your ability to see beyond apparent limitations. Maya's voice came through the quantum link, excited despite the tension. Commander, the quantum field they're generating. It's similar to our Oracle network, but operating on principles we never imagined. If we could adapt our technology. Sarah understood immediately. The precursors weren't just testing their advancement. They were testing their ability to transcend their current understanding. She opened a channel to all of Earth's forces. All Oracle nodes, initiate quantum field synchronization. She ordered. Dr. Patel, prepare to merge our network with their field. Commander, Rodriguez warned, if we're wrong about this. We're not, Sarah stated firmly. This isn't about power or technology. It's about understanding and adaptation. That's been humanity's strength all along. Throughout the solar system, the Oracle network pulsed with energy, but instead of maintaining their defensive field, they did something unprecedented. They opened their quantum network to the precursor field, allowing the technologies to merge and evolve. The effect was immediate and stunning. The quantum fields resonated, creating patterns of energy that transcended normal spacetime. Knowledge and understanding flowed both ways, humanity's innovative approach to quantum mechanics blending with the precursor's advanced multidimensional science. Extraordinary, the precursor voice resonated with what might have been approval. You chose to learn rather than simply accept, to grow rather than submit. This is why you were chosen. The massive ship's energy field shifted, and suddenly the stars themselves seemed to move. Earth's fleet found itself seeing not just their solar system, but countless others, all connected through quantum networks that spanned the galaxy. Welcome, the voice said, to the true galactic community. Your journey as seekers begins now. Sarah looked at the display showing this new reality, not as conquerors or subjects, but as equals in a universe far grander than they had imagined. Humanity had passed the test not through force or submission, but by remaining true to their nature as explorers and innovators. We're ready, she responded, speaking for all of humanity. Show us what's next. The precursor ship pulsed one final time, and the universe opened up before them, full of endless possibilities and new frontiers to explore. Humanity's age of isolation was over. Their true journey was just beginning.